My name is David Siddons and I'm an expert in the analytics of South Florida real estate. Today I'm going to talk to you about Brickell. We're going to get granular about the Brickell market, what's going on and where it's heading. I'm actually standing here on Brickell Quay looking over to the main part of Brickell to explain what's going on in the mainland, and I'm going to talk about the existing condo market and the new condo market. First and foremost, what is Brickell? For those that don't know, this is the urban core of Miami. This is the financial district. This is what people call the Manhattan of Miami, and it's populated by a combination of buildings and big companies. Most notably, and recently, you've got the introduction of major new hedge funds like Citadel, who are building their offices. There's about 6 million square feet of Class A office that's being built in the next few years. So what is Brickell and why should you care, and what matters right now within the market? Whether you are a buyer or a seller, these are the things that you're going to need to know. So first and foremost, Brickell was traditionally a population of renters. 80% of the market was buildings that were being rented out. Between 2011 and 2015, we saw an influx of investors come in and buy units in buildings, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, sometimes 3s, but mostly the smaller units, to rent out and make money. And that market did very, very well. And then from about 2015 to 2019, there was a little softening of the market. And then COVID happened and the market went off. And again, we've now seen another boom with new buildings being built throughout Brickell. The economics of Brickell, the most expensive buildings in the market, and where is the average and where is it going? Because that's really what you want to know. The most expensive building in Brickell right now is the Four Seasons. It's running in at around $1,650 a square foot for the most expensive sale. Other sales somewhere around maybe $1,100, $1,200 a square foot. That's still quite pricey for this market, but it's an older building and it's starting to look a little bit dated. Outside of that, then you move to other buildings like the Flatiron, which top end of sales will be around $1,400, $1,500 a square foot. Echo, and then buildings like the SLS, which is somewhere in the mix behind us. Strangely enough, Brickell actually has a lot of older buildings as well. You've got Brickell Quay, the main part of Brickell, and the south side of Brickell. But the Brickell market itself might be averaging somewhere between $800 to $900 a square foot for many, many units out there. The market, if you can get in under $1 million, is extremely healthy still. Why do I say that? Because the general perception in the market right now, as we stand in April 2024, is that the market's taking a little bit of a breather and markets might be flat, if not slightly declining. That isn't actually true. If you actually eliminate the older buildings from the equation and you just look at some of the newer buildings, the buildings built in the last 10 years, you're going to see the market is still doing pretty well. And again, it works in conjunction with downtown and Edgewater. What most people are talking about with Brickell right now is the new construction market. And we've just come off the back of doing our full analysis of the Mandarin Oriental, which will be the #1 new luxury condo in Brickell for many years, and that's setting a new level as the most luxurious. It will supersede Four Seasons, and it's coming in at around $2,200 a square foot. Outside of that, you've got the St. Regis, which is also coming in over $2,000 a square foot. Cipriani, for those who are looking for a second option and may not have the budget for Mandarin, a great option. 1428, which sits right next to that. And then obviously you've got buildings like the Baccarat, and then into downtown, the Waldorf Astoria. Relevantly, what are the new buildings that are now coming into the market that might be opening this year that might change the dynamics? Well, the one to think about, which you can see slightly off to my left side, is Aston Martin, which should be delivered sometime around July, August. We're not exactly quite sure what month, but it's coming very, very, very soon. And we expect to see a number of resales that will come up in that project. The line to look at there, the O1 line, the line that sits right on the front, that's the line that gives you the best, most unobstructed views. Am I a total fan of the building? Like with all buildings, there's some lines that I like and some lines that I really, really don't. Consider the urban core as a whole though. If you're buying in Miami and as a buyer, you're going to want good optics, pick up the phone, give me a call. The numbers within the market vary depending if you're in Brickell, downtown and Edgewater. But the lifestyle can be somewhat interchangeable for many buyers. If you want newer buildings and you want views, you're into Edgewater. If you want proximity to shops and restaurants and you want the most walkable neighborhood, then you want to be in Brickell. But you really need to understand the changing skyline of the market. So if you're looking at buildings, consider what's being built around you. For a full analysis of the Brickell market, we have our territory expert that analyzes Brickell. And in accompanying this video, we'll give you a full rundown of the numbers as they stand, and we'll give you some forecasting moving forward. Inventory right now is a little higher than it was previously. It's somewhere between 10 to 14 months of inventory, depending on what you're looking at product-wise, and it is very product dependent. You have to really be aware that product that was built in the last 10 years to product that was built between 10 and 30 years, and then product that was built 30 years or older will behave very, very differently. On a final note on Brickell, as always with buildings, we also talk about the climate change, the insurance premiums, the HOA costs. There are a number of buildings now that are having higher HOA fees. They're coming up, they're making things more expensive. Consider the quality of the building, how well it's built, and other dynamics. For more information, see my other videos and my information below. Thank you for watching.